Hare Krishna. Welcome back to our online Swadhyaya reading retreat labs. So we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, canto number 9, chapter number 4, Ambrish Maharaj offended by Durvāsā Muni. So we will be continuing with that. So let's move on to our mind map. We will be seeing what are the topics we have covered so far. Then we will be continue with today's learning journey. Yeah. So the canto number 9, chapter number 4, it has six part of it. And in the last part, the fourth segment, we have covered the verse number 42 to verse number 48. We have seen how Durvāsā Muni creates a fiery demon to kill Ambrish Maharaj. And in that, first of all, Durvāsā Muni angrily criticizes Ambrish Maharaj only because he has taken bit of water to make to break his fasting on Dwadasi, right? But Durvāsā Muni was very angry on that topic. Then after that, he goes further and he creates a fiery demon to kill Ambarish Maharaj. So this is the part where we have stopped. And today we'll be continuing with the verse number 49 to verse number 62, right? So I have also the hard copy of Srimad Bhagavatam along with me. And at the same time, I am also for creating this mind maps. I'm referring Bhagavatam Subodhini series of canto number 9 by His Grace Gaurang Darshandas Prabhuji. So now let's continue with verse number 49 to verse number 62 in Vedabes. Verse number 49, translation. Upon seeing that his own attempt had failed and that the Sudarshan Chakra was moving toward him, Durvāsā Muni became very frightened and began to run in all directions to save his life. Verse number 50, translation. As the blazing flames of a forest fire pursue a snake, the disk of the Supreme Personality of Godhead began following Durvāsā Muni. Durvāsā Muni saw that the disk was almost touching his back, and thus he ran very swiftly, desiring to enter a cave of Sumeru mountain. Verse number 51, translation. Just to protect himself, Durvāsā Muni fled everywhere, in all directions, in the sky, on the surface of the earth, in caves, in the ocean, on different planets of the rulers of the three worlds, and even on the heavenly planets. But wherever he went, he immediately saw following him the unbearable fire of the Sudarshana Chakra. Next verse. Verse number 52. Translation. With a fearful heart, Durvāsā Muni went here and there seeking shelter. But when he couldn't find no shelter, he finally approached Lord Brahma and said, "Oh my Lord, O Lord Brahma, kindly protect me from the blazing Sudarshana Chakra sent by the Supreme Personality of Godhead." Next is verse number 53 to verse number 54. Translation. Lord Brahma said at the end of the Dviparardha, when the pastimes of the Lord come to an end, Lord Vishnu, by a flick of his eyebrows, vanquishes the entire universe, including our place of residence. Such personalities as me and Lord Śiva, as well as Daksha, Vrigu, and similar great saints, of which they are the head, and also the rulers of the living entities, the rulers of human society, and the rulers of the demigods, all of us surrender to that Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, vowing our head to carry out his orders for the benefit of all living entities. Purport. In Bhagavad Gita 10.34, it is said, Mrityu Sarva Haraschahavam. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead approaches as death or the Supreme Controller of Time, he takes everything away. In other words, all opulence, prestige, and everything we possess is given by the Supreme Lord for the same for some purpose. It is the duty of the surrendered soul to execute the orders of the Supreme. No one can disregard him under the circumstances. Lord Brahma refused to give shelter to Durvāsā Muni, from the powerful Sudarshana Chakra sent by the Lord. Verse number 55, translation. When Durvāsā, who was greatly afflicted by the blazing fire of the Sudarshana Chakra, was thus refused by Lord Brahma, he tried to take shelter of Lord Śiva, who always resides on his planet known as Kailasa. Verse number 56, translation. Lord Śiva said, my dear son, Lord Brahma, and the other demigods who rotate within this universe under the misconception of our greatness cannot exhibit any power to compete with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or innumerable universes and their inhabitants come into existence and are annihilated by the simple direction of the Lord. Purport. There are innumerable universes in the material world, and there are innumerable Lord Brahmas, Lord Shivas, and other demigods. All of them rotate within this material world under the supreme direction of the personality of Godhead. Therefore, no one is able to compete with the strength of the Lord. Lord Shiva also refused to protect Durvāsā, for Lord Shiva was under the rays of the Sudarshana Chakra sent by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Moving to the verse number 57 to verse number 59, translation. Past, present, and future are shown to me, Lord Shiva, Sanata Kumara, Narada, the most revered Lord Brahma, Kapila, the son of Devavati, Apantaratma, Lord Vyasadeva, Devala, Yamaraja, Asuri, Marichi, and many saintly persons headed by him, as well as many others who have achieved perfection. Nonetheless, because we are covered by the illusory energy of the Lord, we cannot understand how expansive that illusory energy is. You should simply approach that Supreme Personality of Godhead to get relief. For this, Sudarshana Chakra is intolerable even to us. Go to Lord Vishnu, he will certainly be kind enough to bestow all good fortune upon you. Verse number 60, translation. Thereafter, being disappointed even in taking shelter of Lord Shiva, Durvāsā Muni went to Vaikuntha Dhama, where the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, resides with his consort, the goddess of fortune. Verse number 61, translation. Durvāsā Muni, the great mystic, scorched by the heat of the heat of the Sudarshana Chakra, fell at the lotus feet of Narayana. His body trembling, he spoke as follows: O infallible, unlimited Lord, protector of the entire universe, you are the only desirable objective for all devotees. I am a great offender. My Lord, please give me protection. Moving to the next verse, verse number 62, translation. O my Lord, O Supreme Controller, without knowledge of your unlimited prowess, I have offended your most dear devotee. Very kindly save me from the reaction of this offense. You can do everything, for even if a person is fit for going to hell, you can deliver him simply by awakening within his heart the holy name of your Lordship. So today we will be stopping here within this segment of this. So we have seen here, there are again two parts of this. So before we go there, so this is last time we have covered, right? Then today, yes. Hmm. So 49 to 62, here we have three segment again. Sorry, two segment. One is, let's continue with that. So here, the first part is from verse number 49 to 52. Verse number 49 to 52, we are seeing here, frightened Durvāsā flees in all directions. flees in all directions. He goes to Brahma, he goes to Shiva, and finally reaches to Lord Narayana. Durvāsā flees in all directions. The next part is 53 to 62. We have seen Durvāsā doesn't get protection neither in Brahmaloka, Kailasa, and even in Vaikuntha. Let's see. Durvāsā doesn't get protection in Brahmaloka, Kailasa, and even Vaikuntha. Yeah. So this is the summary for today. So tomorrow we'll be continuing with the last part of this chapter, that is verse number 63 to 71. We will be completing this fourth chapter of the canto number 9. So we'll stop here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Tantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna.